Miss Mary, age 98, had lived independently for some time before moving to a nursing home. Sometime later, she had the chance to leave that nursing home and move in with her grandson Billy and his wife Susan.
Every month, when he bring his check in, they'd blow it. They didn't have no money to pay a mortgage, $500 a month mortgage. And they said, Granny, have you got any money? So I'll get my next check and I'll pay you back. I let him have it. I gave him two $500 checks at one time that I'd saved. Two at one time. And I said, now, Bill, go pay that mortgage. And what changed, I said, bring it back. Come back a drinking. I never did see none. I never have seen none of my money.
It sounded like pretty much from the start there was problems with that. Not only with her government check being misused, they would drive her to the bank, they would have her cash it, they would immediately, go buy things, but not things for Mary. Mary would request, one of her favorite things is chocolate milk to this day. She loves chocolate milk. She would request that they would buy her chocolate milk at the grocery store and she would give them money. Those kind of requests were never made. She would make her own food and make dinner for them, and they would just kind of come in haphazardly, not really appreciating or acknowledging anything that she was doing. The fact that she's, in her late 80s and 90s at this point when this was all going on, she was doing primarily the housework, from what it sounds like, was doing the cooking for the family, was really taking care of them instead of them taking care of her. I think she felt lucky in the sense that she did not want to be at a nursing home, so she felt like she was lucky to have her things and be kind of out in the real world. And so she did whatever she could to make that family work, make that situation work.
I had to get along the best I could, and I didn't say nothing.
Mary had told me that she had gone on a regular basis to put some of her government check into a burial policy so that when she passed, everything would be taken care of.
I was trying to save a little bit of money because I was paying on my funeral bill, and I gave her money. I gave her money to go in there and pay it. And she'd go in there and she'd come back. I stayed in the truck. I said, did they give you a receipt? She said, no, they don't give a receipt. And, well, I went on. Next month come, I gave her some more money. And I said, did you give a receipt? She said, no. I said, they didn't give no receipt in there. The third time, I gave her some money. She went and come too fast, too quick. She went and come right quick. I said, well, that was quick going and coming. She said, yes. There wasn't nobody there. She said, I just opened the door and walked in there and put the money on the desk and come on out. That's whenever I called her. But I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a word.
This is certainly a situation where there was ongoing misuse of the elders' money and assets. And that was going on for a very long time. Typically in these cases, what we find is that while the financial exploitation might become obvious if someone's really looking at it, what's not obvious is that there will be power and control issues that come in as whoever's doing the exploitation seeks to gain more and more control over the elder's assets. And that's where you start seeing physical violence, sexual violence, things escalate, as in domestic violence of all kinds. Family violence against elders is domestic violence, and the power and control issues are always there.
911 Thompson.
Listen. Getting a cough out here. I'm hurt.
Ma'am, you need police or rescue.
723 cops out here.
Okay, ma'am.
Parents in the house.
Okay, you need, what's your address?
Sycamore Street, John's residence.
Okay, listen to me, okay? Take a deep breath, okay? Who are you having a problem with?
Ma'am,
Who are you having a problem with?
I don't know, but please,
Oh, listen to me, ma'am.
please,
Will you listen to me, please? You said it's a maniac in your house. Who's in your house?
well, he's in the house. He's hurt me. I'm bleeding. Stand to a please. Please, hurry. Please, hurry.
She had so many bruises on her. I hadn't seen anybody with that many bruises before, all down her arms and legs, and she had gauze everywhere, and it was really hard to walk in there and to see her.
You know, it was done at night, on a Sunday afternoon, about 6 o'clock. And it went on till 2 o'clock in the morning, on Monday morning, 2 o'clock Monday morning. It went on that long. And he was so drunk. And that's when he said, I'm gonna rub you down. He said, I'm gonna rub you down tonight. And he just went to scrubbing on me, all over me. And I went over that way. I said, don't, Bill, quit. And he got worse and worse. He jerked me up. And I tried to say something to put him off, you know. And so I said, there's somebody at the door, Bill. And he jerked me up out of my chair. And he carried me to the door, too. Of course, there wasn't nobody at the door. And he grabbed me up and went and threw me in on his bed and laid me. Rubbed me back out and throw me back in the house. He kept on dragging me around in there. I said, Bill, I got to go to the bathroom. He wouldn't turn me loose. He wouldn't. He had to hold from me. I said, I got to go to the bathroom. So he opened the bathroom door, and I went in the bathroom. He followed me in there, had a hold of me. And I sat down. I hate to say this, but it's the truth. That's what y'all want, it's the truth.
Yeah.
He rubbed his finger all in my face. His fingers, he rubbed it all in my face. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna go back in that room. He dragged me back in the room, and I sat down. He shoved me down. He had to hold my hands. And he dragged me, from there, he dragged me out to the back door, opened the back glass door. And I must have cut my hand on the door when they drove me through there. From here to here, 18 stitches. And there was 2 in my ankle. And he drug me out, and I told him, he said, I'm going to the little house. I got some beer out there. He said, I got 2 more beer. I said, well, you go get the beer, and I'll have you drink it. You know, I was just telling him that, you know, make him turn me loose. He said, no, I'm going to carry you with me. So he dragged me out the back porch, down the doorsteps, barefooted, just had my night clothes on, down to the little house, and back dragging me. He said, I'm going to kill you anyhow. He said, I'm going to kill you before daylight. Now, he told me that, dragging me. I'm going to kill you before daylight. Nobody won't know who done it. And I cut my knee across here on something out in the yard. It had grass and gravel all in it. And I got back in the house. He slammed me down, and he taken his fingers and put them by my nose and twisted it around. And my face was black and blue. My hands was all cut up. And he said, well, it's time to go to bed. I said, well, you go in there and go to bed, Bill. And he said, no. He drugged me in my room, and he got in my bed. And he didn't have no clothes on. He told me to get up there in the bed with him. I said, I'm not getting up there. And He lay down flat his back in my bed. My bed was about like this. And so I was trying to find a way to get away from him. So he lay down, and I felt him when he yelled. And I dug my hand out from under him, for he had a hold of it. And I went in there and I called 911. I said, "There's a maniac in the house," and I said, "He's just about killed me." I said, "I'm bleeding to death." And so they come out there and found him in my bed. They got him up, put handcuffs on him, put him in the car.